The water clock marks the hour. In the Tansung is the tower of the great bell. Now the mallet is lighted to smile the lips of the metal monster. The bass lips inscribe the with body stacks from the right. Tawang king from the chapters of the holy Lingyang king. Heard the great bell responding how might her voice thought tangoles ko nga. The opening goes on like this for a while. Some people might find this kind of language tedious, but the vigor really captures me, and I think easy to see how her enraptured Western audience with his retailing. He goes on to describe how the bell ring out of Kongay and high for page, and only then do we get the introduction as is to be expected. This is the story of the great bell in the Tanchongs.
500 years ago, an emperor of the Ming Dynasty commanded the water official Kawani that he should have a bell made of such size that the sound thereof might be heard for 100 li. And he further ordained that the voice of the bell should be strengthened with brass and deepened with gold and sweetened with silver, as well as engravings and locations. Kawani is a skilled and devoted worker, and he does everything as it should be done to produce such a desired result. But alas, when the metal had been cast and the earthen mold separated from the glowing casting, it was discovered that despite their great labor and ceaseless care, the result was void of worth, for the metals had rebelled one against the other. Kawani tries again, but again, the metals obstinately refuse to blend one with other. And this time, the emperor gets peace and sends a messenger to Kawani to let him know he has one more shot, or it's his head.
Now Kawani had a daughter of dazzling loveliness, whose name Kongay was ever in the mouth of poets, and whose heart was even more beautiful than her face. As you would expect, she finds out about the message from the emperor and goes to an astrologer for advice. The astrologer replies, "Gold and brass will never meet in wedlock. Silver and iron never embrace until the flesh of a maiden be melted in the crucible, and the blood of a virgin be mixed with the metals in their fusion." So on the day of the third casting is to be done, Kongay calls out for their sake, "O my father," and jumps into the white flood of metal and disappears in the flames. Her father is horrified, but there is nothing he can do, and the serving woman of Kongay, dizzy and speechless for pain, stood before the furnace, still holding in her hands a shoe, a tiny, dainty shoe with embroidery of pearls and flowers, the shoe of her beautiful mistress. That was, for she sought to grasp Kongay by the foot as she but had only been able to clutch the shoe, and the pretty shoe came off in her hand, and she continued to stare at it like one gone mad. I love the details here, whether from the original tale or Hearn's retelling, I don't know, but it casts the mythical act of self-sacrifice into a real-world context, where people react in genuine shock and horror at this person who has just flung herself into molten metal. Yet despite the realistic psychology, there is no realistic melting body. It has disappeared in the metal, which now seems purer and whiter than before. The supernatural, with this mythical logic, encounters the realistic psychology of the characters, and they must bow before it. When the casting is made, it is found that the bell was beautiful to look upon and perfect in form, and wonderful in color above all other bells, and the sound the bell rings out is like some vast voice uttering a name, a woman's name, the name of Kongay. Yet, between the strokes, there is a long low moaning heard. The sounds like hiyai, and all the Chinese mothers in all many-colored ways of pecking whisper to their little ones, "Listen, that is Kongay crying for her shoe."